Well, hello and welcome back to the Tao Manifesting Tarot, the most unusual and realistic manifested tarot reading on the planet. Realistic and manifesting, the key words here. Glad to have you along. It is a very important time in our history. We are on the edge of something very scary or something very good. Right now, I am leaning 70 to 30 in favor of something very scary. But there is always hope. And that's what this whole thing is about, this Tao Manifesting Tarot. Today, we're going to focus on the concept or the frequency, the energy of where there is smoke, there is fire. Seems to be something going on around the world these days. We'll talk about that in a minute, but I want you to focus on the tarot energy. I've done tarot for over 20 years, found out for me at least, it doesn't predict a damn thing. What it does do, however, is focus on the frequency in the reading. That frequency is presented to you. It's a possibility, it's a potential, because that's what tarot is all about. It's about your potential to manifest. Do you take the energy or do you walk away from it? Up till this point, most human beings have walked away. From my view, as you know, if you've been listening to the podcast for a while, our walking away time has passed. It may be too late. I don't think so, but it could very possibly be. But the kryptonite to your life, wherever you happen to find yourself right now, is the ability to manifest. Now, we all do manifest. That's a kind of a God given talent, if you will, or gift we've had since we've been born. Now, we've been conditioned by our educational system, our social system, our entertainment system, or whatever, to think below ourselves. I can't do this. I can't do that. I don't deserve him. I don't deserve her. I don't. And when you look at your manifesting, you go, well, I don't have anything. Well, that's because you've manifested negatively. The idea is flip the switch, manifest positively. That's very difficult, very difficult because that's not the way we are trained. And I do use the word trained like a monkey. And that's what happens. You get this mental, emotional, spiritual blockage, and you cannot manifest positively. We want to help that around. So, tarot manifesting, the kryptonite in everybody's life, that creates the picture from within you, not in some smartphone or desktop, laptop computer or AI. You need to get the story, you need to get the movie, you need to get the pictures, the sounds, the sights, whatever, from you. If you don't do that, if you surrender to the technology, our addiction, 'cause that's what it really is. If you surrender to that addiction to tech, you're not going to manifest positively. You're not going to change your life. And whatever happens shit wise to float down the road, you're stuck. The tarot energy is presented. Along with that, however, here at the Tao Manifesting Tarot, I add a couple of things. Numerology, astrology, I've done them for over 50 years. Both of them are the science of cycles. Tarot, the science of your potential. Numerology, astrology, the science of cycles. Because that's what life is. Remember, you've heard, you've heard the expression, history repeats. We just don't pay attention to it. But it keeps repeating over and over and over again. And we don't seem to learn. Keep making the same mistakes the same way every time. So the idea here for the Tao Manifesting Tarot is to get you to positively manifest. So look at it this way. The astrology, the numerology, as I use them, that sets the table to a big feast. Your favorite meal, whatever the hell it is, it's your favorite meal. You got the plates out, you got the glasses out, everything looks so great. The tarot is the meal itself. And we're going to be getting to that in just a moment, but I want to take the opportunity here to remind you that I do now have a single email tau-tarot at proton.me, tau-tarot at proton.me. Contact me, yes, no, stick it in your ass, whatever. Whatever you have to say. Now that I have focused my energy to one email address, I will respond more often. And I look forward any comment, even negative, that's life. Going to do it. But the good stuff I like as well. So it's tau-tarot at proton.me. Okay, just a review. We got the Tau manifesting tarot thing going on. We're talking about where there's smoke, there is fire, because that's what seems to be the common thread around the world right now. So the idea is let's take a look at this and see what we can do in terms of manifesting the good stuff. And we begin on the astrologic page. For several weeks now, I have decided to take on the subject of the conquest of America. We will do that again probably tomorrow or the following day. Today, I want to kind of step off. I want to look at the conquest of the world. Back in February, I mentioned that there were all the planets kind of lined up. That was a very unusual thing, and I said it presented unusual possibilities, unusual potential, good and bad. See, because the astrology is like a double edged sword. It talks about a certain kind of energy, but how you apply it is the key. It can be for good or bad. So in February, I said, oh, look at these planets all lining up. And we took a look at the planets. And I, at that point, mentioned a very interesting aspect. Uranus was in the air sign of Gemini, Saturn and Neptune in the fire sign of Aries. Both Saturn and Neptune are not happy in Aries. Doesn't make any difference. They're there. But the point that I made back then was if you have air and fire, you combine them, you get a much bigger, hotter fire. You know that if you've done camping or maybe you have a log cabin and you have a chimney or, a fireplace, something like that. Fire starts to go out, you use a bellows and you kind of blow some air into the fire and it revives. That's apparently what's going on around the world these days. The people who want to run this planet and have been preparing for this for hundreds of years, literally, that's why I'm doing the Conquest of America thing to kind of tie it all together for you. But the people who want to run this planet understand that they are at a critical point. First of all, their agenda that they set out, they're running a little bit behind. That bothers them. But two, they're noticing that people are objecting. People are rebelling. People are standing up for their human rights. They don't like that. That doesn't help them. That doesn't do anything for them at all. They want to have power, hold on to power no matter what. Even if they destroy everything, at least they can rule over the ashes. And apparently that's what they're doing right now. We've seen through the summer a bunch of fires out west, California, Oregon, Washington. We've just this past few weeks or so seen a huge fire break out in Canada. In both cases, they've done satellite pictures and seen that very likely each one of these fires were started individually. They were arson. Now, just the past day or two, fires breaking out all over, mostly southwestern Europe. We're looking at Spain, Portugal, Italy, France. Tons of fires. And again, the discussion of arson. These were not natural. So, here we go. Back to the astrology. Uranus, air, Saturn, Neptune, fire. You put air and fire together, kaboom. I knew this was coming. I talked about that fact. But that's what we have. And it's more than simply a raging firestorm on the planet. That's the surface. Below the surface, you can tell how desperate those despots, those psychopaths are. And it's going to get heavier, it's going to get worse. They are ready to turn the trick. The energy kind of behind all of this, I didn't say it at the beginning, but I'll say it now, is doing it by the book. And that's exactly what they're doing. They're following their plan. They're behind schedule, and they're unhappy about that. So they're really literally kicking up the heat. And talk just this past 24 hours or so that they're working on a new mRNA vaccine plan. These things are self replicating. So if you're an American, you can say, well, let's see. We still haven't dealt with the immigrant stuff. The cities are exploding. They want to put the army into the cities. They're upping the ante on the vax stuff. We don't know about the gold reserve. Nothing's being done about the Fed. You get the picture? So these arson type fires around the world are making a point. You do what we tell you to do. I don't know what it's going to take to get you to wake up, but it's right there in your face. Fires in North America, Europe, and all of them look like they're man made. Let's go to the meme for today. Charlie, you know what I miss? I miss the way I viewed the world before I knew too much about it. I think we all do that. And that's what stops a lot of us, but it cannot stop because you're overwhelmed, because you're scared. You see what's happening in front of you. You see what's happening in front of you. That's not enough to get you off your fat ass. Missing link for today. You know, before the internet, most people thought the villages only had one idiot. Wow, we didn't have that one right. No, the world is full of idiots. People who will lie to you for their own personal pleasure and power. And you still haven't woken up yet. You still haven't, and I don't mean woke in that bullshit sense. I mean, you're not conscious. You have no gonads, no balls. Yeah, burn down the forest. Yeah, burn down the. Yeah, fine me $150,000 like they're doing in Nova Scotia for even taking a walk in the woods. Yeah, take away my rights. Yeah, do this, do this. Just this week, internet's made some changes. YouTube's made some changes. So now, even though it's not a law in the United States, it's a law in Britain. God, is Britain a shithole? But even though it's not a law in the United States, they're still applying it here. They're going to have people from India monitor your internet more closely because they're going to be looking for age requirements to make sure that they protect our children. The minute that the system says we're going to do it to keep you safe, we're going to do it to protect you, you are getting screwed. But again, you know, we got fires all around the world. Who cares? It doesn't make any difference. I'm going to go on anyway. No, you're not. Here's the tarot, Ten of Pentacles, a value system, legacy and inheritance. What are you going to contribute to the legacy that you're going to leave those behind you, even if you don't have any kids? Are you going to go down in history as just going down? Is that all you have to give? Ten of Pentacles says you have to reestablish, reinitiate a solid value system. That's why I am 70% thinking that we're going to destroy ourselves because we just don't have any backbone whatsoever. Ten of Pentacles says you better get one. Next one up, the Lovers. It's choosing harmony. Not surrendering. It's just saying, let's put things in balance. There's an element of love, respect. It's not romantic so much as it's, you know, more agape kind of love. love and respect for your fellow human beings, love and respect for yourself as a human being. But you can't get there if you don't have a good value system, which we do not. Final Four of Wands. Yes, yes, yes. This is the happy, happy card. This is the card that says you have it. This is the card that says, yes, yes, yes. You're going to enjoy yourself. It's the happy, happy card, the Four of Wands. You won't get to this place until you develop the harmony and the love within yourself. You have the good set of values and you take those out into the world. You're not going to save the world by yourself. Unlikely. Save you. Save the people around you. Let the light glow and grow. Otherwise, that light that glows around you is going to be somebody setting a forest fire. That's where we're at. I mean, it's so simple that it hurts, and yet I'm seeing people sit there apoplectic going, they're going to take it all away from you. They're doing it right now. You don't care. Not make any difference. You better get that system together. Love yourself, respect yourself, and you'll find the place you're looking for. We're out of time. Back again tomorrow with another Tao Manifested Tarot. Hope you're here with me. Please remember, it's vitally important. Like and subscribe. Please like and subscribe for every podcaster that you enjoy, because it really is a battle behind the scenes. You're not aware of it if you're not a podcaster, but if you are a podcaster, you feel the heat, pardon the pun. Between now and the next time we get together, peace and blessings.